Congressman Cummings Town Hall meeting on August the 3rd, 2009. I've been to Congressman Cummings' office on countless occasions. Plus, I wrote him countless letters in the penitentiary. And right here on this program, he referred to a letter that he got from a lady in the prison system that said she was glad that he wrote her that she was thinking about killing herself. Dude, I was in jail and I told you they was trying to kill me and you left me in jail talking about ain't nothing you can do. But you went on CNN talking about the Ling and the lease thing in North Korea. Dude, you need to stop playing this game, cuz. I'm going to meet you. I'm going to meet you at one of these meetings. I hope you show up, and I'm going to pull your card.
Is what you just said.
You're going to pull up every letter I wrote you, and if you can't pull it up, I'm going to pull my diary out and show you the letters.
Inform people about them.
And I'm going to show you the letters, every letter. The letters to the presidents you got, everything, the videotapes you got. And we're going to see how you shine that off. How you explain that. Congressman Cummings, you need to be held accountable for your inactions. And this video camera's going to hold you accountable. Video vigilante. It ain't a hard thing to do, man.
That we can help and work if they don't already have it.
We're going to see how much you're going to help and work with me.
With the men and women here.
Because I'm a veteran too.
Finding those
honorably discharged veteran.
Preparing proposals.
Self-employed, small businessman. I meet the criteria of your thing, dog.
Do we have something like that already here? Anybody?
So we're going to see what you're going to do with me.
You do?
I hope you come to the block party this weekend. You definitely was invited.
No. I know. I know that. I just addressed what you said. I'm talking about.
Address what I've been asking you to address, because you won't answer nan letter, cuz. None of the letters you responded to since I've been out of jail. And that's been for a whole year.
I'm telling you.
You, the Black Caucus. Nobody, no delegate from the state of Maryland has spoken up on my behalf, and I have over 4,500 signatures from people that asked you to speak up on my behalf.
So we'll talk about that.
So we're going to talk about that.
I promise you, I'm going to sit down with them.
You promise? Dog.
If there are things that need to be supplemented.
I hope you keep this promise.
And try to bring the to McVett. And let me say this.
Can you bring the power of your office to here?
The gentleman was so eloquent when he said, if you remember what he said when he started off, he said this is a great program.
It's a great program. I got a great program. And I ain't speaking up for me. I'm speaking up for a community. The community that you were elected to represent. I'm speaking up for them. So come see about us.
He is not satisfied.
And don't have any idea about the programs that are available. You know, a lot of us have made poor choices.
This is about getting caught up in the judicial system and being a veteran. So Elijah Cummings, how you gonna answer this one?
Some don't even know that they exist.
Because you didn't give me the answer to this, and I asked you.
To educate those people about the programs that are available to them, so they can seek the help that they really need and desperately need.
Well, first of all, I want them to tell me about McVett. Somebody talk. Nobody?
Yeah. Can I say one other thing, sir? The reason I come up with this question is because myself, I was incarcerated about a year ago in Harford County Detention Center.
I was in Illinois.
Detention centers and jails, they don't have any knowledge about these programs. I asked specifically about VA programs, and they gave me a paper that gave me really no information about McVett's. And this is a
contacted you while I was in the Lake County jail personally.
So, how did you find about the program? I'm just curious.
I found out about the program by going through Baltimore Behavioral Health.
Interesting. Do you all think we need to do a better job of getting the word out about?
No, you need to represent your constituents better. You need to answer your constituents and surround your people who's going to deal with our issues.
If I didn't look through,
because the only reason you're doing it because you got the TV on you now.
I would have not seen McVett's because it was.
You answer their questions without fail, but you won't answer mine while I was in jail.
Don't forget what I said earlier. It's one thing to have a resource. It's another thing to know about it.
I know about you, and you are a resource.
And so we have to work to make that happen. But I want my friend to come and answer, and then I'll close out.
Just very quickly, thanks for your question. So the VA has two programs, and I don't know that we go to that facility. If not, we should. But the VA has two programs to deal with issues like this. One is the Incarcerated Veteran Program, where we have staff that go into the prisons and talk to the veterans and tell them about VA programs and tell them about what's available when they get out. The second program, which is a new program just starting, is working with the courts so that if a veteran gets arrested for, say, for drug use, and rather than putting the veteran in jail, we work with the courts and say, let us put the veteran in a rehab program in a VA facility and rehab the veteran rather than punishing them by sending them to jail. So we have several.
Well, you're going to see what you're going to do about my cases. I'm definitely going to come see you and see what you're going to do about my case.
So
I'm glad you stepped in. We're going to see.
We're working with. The second one I mentioned is really just getting off the ground, but
and I'm going to be one of the
specifically about the Hartford facility and see what
I will be to see you, Mr. Cummins.
But these are expanding programs, and over the next period of several months, we should be in all the facilities and in the courts in Maryland, in D.C., West Virginia, in all those courts.
Well,
okay? Thank you.
We're going to see what you're going to do about my case issue. I'm glad I pulled this up.
I'm very sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was standing in line. I was waiting for the line to get shorter, and then I was the last person back there, but I was just sitting down waiting till
Okay, that's all right.
Okay. But Gerald, I want to thank you for always coming every year. I've been here 4 years. You came and you given hope and everything.
So you got a lot of people that believe in you, cuz, but a lot of people don't know the other side of you. It's your political side. So we're going to put it to the test.
I want to thank
He was on the right side, and that was the key.
He talking about being morally
And
right.
Jesse Jackson spoke about how having the courage to do
Well, I've been
what is
morally right, and I did the courage to be what was morally
What
right,
is morally right, even in the face of adversity,
even in the face of the threat of
and raise
death.
us up and help us to change the world for a better place.
That's what I was trying to do.
Now,
And these came out your
understand,
mouth.
all of this,
This came out your mouth,
today,
Mr. Cummins.
is
I was
trying
morally
to get
right.
us to a point where our country does what it needs to do for you, and we're getting there.
You need to get there.
But that is what is morally right.
Are you gonna do what's morally right?
To do for you, and so. But Jesse ended in these words that I
don't like Jesse,
and I think about this all the time because it means so much. And sometimes I think that sometimes when we get a little down, or like Ms. Hunter was talking about, just
show me what's morally right concerning my case, Mr.
Sometimes
Cummins.
we have a tendency to just quit. So I give up.
Dude, I am not
And
a
like
quitter.
I said, we can't afford to give up. And I think we need to kind of twist our thinking a little bit. And Jesse said this. He said, you remember these words? He says, I'm tired of sailing my little boat far inside the harbor bar. I want to go out where the big ships float.
That's right.
Out on the deep where the great ones are.
That's right. I want to go
And
back
should
to Africa,
my frail craft
just like Marcus Garvey.
proves too slight for the waves that sweep those billows over, I'd rather go down in the stirring fight than drowse to death at the sheltered shore.
That's right.
What Miss Hunter was saying
I'm
is
fighting,
that
and I'm going
brothers
down in
and
a
sisters,
fight rather than sit
we
here
gotta
and
go where
watch
the
you
big boats are.
treat me like that.
We may think
I'm coming
that
to
we
Congress
need
where
to
the
be in
big
little
boys
harbor
are. I'm coming to the Senate
and
where the
not
big
go out
boys
where the
are.
big boats are because
I'm
we've
coming
gone through
to the
some
big
difficulties,
boys. I'm getting ready to
because
play with
we
the big
gave
dogs
our
because I'm
lives,
doing what's
our
morally
blood,
right.
and tears to our country.
And I'm
Because
going to
we have
send this
low
to you.
moments, because we may not have a job right now, because the economy is going through what it's going through. But that's why we have programs like McVet.
I don't need
That's why
McVet.
we have you all
I need you to
coming
defend my
together
rights.
to
I need
do
you
this,
to
talk
prosecute
about
those
these issues.
individuals
Think
for their
about the
corrupt and
significance of this.
immoral
I didn't ask this man to be here.
acts. It's a violation of their oath for office.
But the things that you are saying today are going to be broadcast all over the country so that other folk can get to where.
And we're going to see if you're going to broadcast everything I say all over the country.
About where how do you get to where the big boats are? Your comments?
I'm getting
Your
to the big
comments
boats.
will go and people will hear them. Probably the President of the United States will hear the comments because it was all.
I'm going to see if the president going to hear mine because y'all been
You
filtering
noticed
mine.
2 days ago that
Send this to the
they weren't doing
president.
this.
He sent you a letter telling
So
you to
it's not
defend
just
my
about
rights.
What's happening in this room?
All right?
It's
So let's
about
do it.
projecting it out into the world so that we can get to where we got to go.
And I'm projecting mine to the world.
Don't give up.
I'm not going to give up.
I'm begging you, please don't give up.
I ain't going to give up. You're going to
Because
beg me to give up, though.
We need you too much. You got too much to offer.
I got a lot
too
to
much
offer you.
give. She said it. Ms. Hunter said it. And I'll leave you with this. The experiences that you have, most people don't have.
Sure ain't got mine.
So you bring with it, again, your education, your experience, your hardships. Don't forget the hardships.
I got some hardships.
And the fact that you have compassion for people. There's no way you could have done the job of going into the military and doing what you did unless you had empathy and compassion for people. And so let's go where the big boats are.